I am ready. You ready, Ashley? Hello. I want to share a story with you for your last test. There was a teacher who was teaching in front of a very large classroom. There was rows and rows of students, and as the teacher walked into the classroom, they took a look around and announced, "Today, we're having the math final." Said, "You have 2 hours, and that's it. That's the limit." The teacher passed out all the tests. The students handed them down to other students. And then there was a sudden realization of how difficult this test was. The teacher just stood observing, and then 1 hour passed, and finally one student brought their test down to the teacher and left. The teacher accepted the test, took a look at it, and then continued to observe the clock. About a half hour went by, and then a bunch more students came up and brought their tests, and then left. After about an hour and 45 minutes, another group of students brought their test up after they had finished and then left. There were a few more students remaining in the classroom, and finally, at the 2 hour mark, all the students bounced up, brought their test down to the teacher, and left. However, the teacher noticed that there was one more student left. The teacher waited and waited and waited, and finally, the last student came to bring up the test. And the teacher confronted the student and said, "You realize, you passed the time limit. You only had 2 hours here." The student said, "Do you know my name?" The teacher said, "I have so many students. How do you expect me to know everybody's name?" The student smirked slightly and then suddenly stuffed their test in the stack randomly and then ran out of the classroom. The teacher was baffled